All right, everyone, get ready because today we are diving into a topic that I think we can all relate to, selling your house quickly and for the most money. And this guide we're going through, it's amazing. We're talking tips and tricks straight from a real estate pro, Luis Navarro. One of the things that really stood out to me was his focus on pre-listing inspections.
Yeah, a lot of people skip this, right?
Yeah.
Figure they can save some money, deal with it later. But Navarro makes a really good point in Chapter 3, doing that inspection up front. Might actually mean getting more money in the end. Who knew?
No, that makes sense. It's about making the buyer feel good, right?
Chapter 5 is all about curb appeal. And you've got to hear this. Navarro has this three-color contrast rule, Chapter 8.
Right, the model home effect. That's so real. You're not just selling a house anymore, you're selling a whole lifestyle.
In staged homes, in Chapter 11, Navarro nails it when he talks about professional photos. He even says 99% of realtors agree.
But even with the best photos, you still need the right price.
You're telling me. Chapter 10, Navarro talks about pricing your house the smart way. Not too high, not too low.
It's about finding that sweet spot for sure. You don't want to scare people off, but you don't want to lose money either.
Well, he gets into it in chapters 13 and 14, and honestly, I really like his approach. He doesn't see negotiating as this like battle between the buyer and seller. He wants you to really try to see things from the buyer's side, be willing to work with them.
So it's about compromise, not just digging your heels in.
Exactly. Being a little flexible can actually make the whole process smoother. Better for everyone.
Yeah.
Which actually leads us to another important thing. Navarro talks about patience. He even gave it its own chapter, chapter 15.
Oh, for sure. It's easy to get caught up in all the excitement or the stress, you know? Showings, offers, no offers. You got to stay calm.
No doubt. But instead of just like waiting it out, Navarro says, think of it as partnering with the process.
Like, when he talks about depersonalizing, you don't have to get rid of everything, but you want buyers to picture themselves living there.
Yeah, he used the example of a hotel room.
That's a great point. You want your house to have that same effect, a blank canvas where they can imagine their own life, their own style. That is such good advice. A fresh perspective can make all the difference. And with this guide from Navarro, you'll be ready to sell your house with confidence and hopefully get top dollar for it. That wraps up our deep dive into the world of selling your house. Don't forget to check out the show notes for a link to Luis Navarro's guide.